I want to be 7 feet tall.
I want to grow tall. Hashtag Jenna Marbles. Hands on you guys!
Yes.
Just steal everybody's trademarks.
Hey, welcome on Fair Chatter.
Hey.
We're back. We're back for the anniversary edition.
I know it's been 3 weeks. Happy anniversary to us.
Technically, yesterday was our anniversary, but
Cute.
But this will be released next week. So It's the anniversary episode.
Checks out. Oh wow, very nice. So it's been a whole year of us attempting to do this nearly weekly and nearly succeeding.
Yeah, we're like
we did pretty good. I would say like 65% compliance.
I think we are over halfway. You know.
Okay, I think
like
65% is like a pretty spot on.
You know, because life happens, everyone.
Oh, life does happen, and
life happens. Gotta take care of the
and sometimes I'm just lazy by nature, and I'm like, do we have to? Like, we could just cast tomorrow. I'm also free tomorrow, and then it's like, well, yeah, maybe. And then we decide not to hang out, and then it's like,
and then it ends up
we skipped this week.
Or we only hang out because then we're just like, no, maybe tomorrow we'll do it, and then we'll hang out tomorrow, and then like, maybe
we still don't do
day.
it. Yeah,
you know, it happens.
There's some give and some take, just like in any good relationship.
Hello. You've heard it here first from Pure Chatter.
Relationship advice.
I almost bought processed cheese toppings for today, but
we had great value Mexican cheese, and it's basically the same thing.
It's basically
and it was delicious.
The same thing.
It was delicious.
But that one melts, I'm sure. The processed cheese toppings from Dollar Tree.
No, that was a sketchy purchase.
You know,
there are some things, Brenda has always told me there are some things that you don't skimp on brand name for, one of which is peanut butter. You don't skip, like if you get the name brand peanut butter, don't skimp on that.
Okay.
Also pickles. She insists that it needs to be like the Vlasic dill pickle brand because
it can't be generic.
You should. That's one thing you should splurge on. Get name brand that.
Oh, is she putting her pickles in her peanut butter?
No, they are separate entities. However,
both of them by the brand name.
Yeah, they're both under the same limitations. It needs to be like the brand, but like everything else, we like
I can see
the
that
cheapy brand. Yeah, I would also like to throw in there Ziploc bags. Don't buy dollar store. Well, if you need it from the dollar store, then like totally fucking get it. But if you're gonna get like if you can go to Walmart and get them, not Walmart. We should support Walmart. If you can go to Trader's Joe,
the Traders of the Joe,
Trader's Joe. That's how Christina P says it. You should buy your Ziploc bags somewhere other than the dollar store if you can.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah,
heard it.
You don't want to skip on that.
Well, and then I heard things about like you shouldn't really buy any of like the plasticware there either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At like Dollar Tree?
Yeah. So like because it's like cheap. Obviously, it's cheaply made.
Ooh, that's the ones you should get to fork someone's front lawn because I bet the little pegs come off really easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that? Pegging someone's, well, maybe it's not, that's a poor choice of words.
No,
I'm pretty sure it's not
I've been hearing a lot of
lawn.
terminology that I wish I had never heard of.
From who? From where?
Life.
That's enough internet for today.
No, I was listening. Today was just a podcast day, so I was just sitting here listening to various different podcasts, and I think it was Chris Clemens randomly brought up docking, and I was like,
oh
I
no.
don't like
it's because the Mormonism is getting fleshed out. It seems like more people are leaving the
and then they're like, hey, this is what we've been doing, and it's a little weird.
They're very private beans to be spilling, and some people are coming on the internet and being like, hey, you guys want to know what I did as a fucked up teenager?
You want to know? Actually, you know what? But the answer is no, I don't want to know, because we all did weird things.
I didn't ask to know.
We all do weird things as teenagers.
It's true. I didn't ask to know, so no.
No.
Am I afraid? Very much so.
Very predatory. Ooh,
I
don't like any of this.
Are you scared of the Mormon Church?
If you're going to have it in someone, like, just do the deed. Like, you're already there.
Get on in it.
I just don't...
Get up in there.
I know that the Lord would be mad, but I just...
No, wait, no, that'll be the next episode of those Watcher videos. Like, are you scared of the ocean? Are you scared of the forest? Are you scared of the Mormon Church?
I'm terrified.
And at the end of they're going to tell us about docking and soaking and magic underwear. They're going to tell us the whole story.
Grazing. Is it great? Gazing.
Gazing. Gazing. listening parties. And then at the very end, they're going to say, are you scared?
Very much so.
And we're going to say yes.
I'm scared every time, but that one would be the most terrifying.
Every single video of theirs is terrifying. Shout out to Watcher. Not sponsored, but
Not
here
sponsored,
you go.
But you could if you wanted to. But I think you also are looking for your own sponsors. So I don't know how that works. Like you probably need your sponsors, and then, you know,
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Don't worry.
We'll trade mentions for mentions, though. Our handful of followers will be seeing a Watcher post.
Bring back the professor. If you don't know what that means, I don't got time.
Oh shit!
To tell you.
Oh shit!
It was like their last episode of Puppet History, and they just murdered the professor at the end of it.
That's kind of fucked.
Literally, and then right after it, they were selling T-shirts with the professor's face that says R.I.P. It's like, God damn it, guys!
Oh, it's a hell of a business opportunity. They're like, you know what would sell? This
is right here, because I bet you a bunch of people are all like, "Ah, the professor!" and like bought like 5 T-shirts for no reason.
Wow,
for no reason.
I need to keep up with these guys.
They're entertaining. Well, it's usually their Twitter that I'm like.
Right, and you do a really good job updating me on the tweets. On the tweets.
Yes.
Yeah. Very thorough documenting.
Yes, I try.
Everything Julie and Solomita posts, I get a screenshot of.
Well, if it's funny. But he's not on Twitter anymore.
He's not?
No.
They're a dark household now?
Yeah, they're both kind of like off.
Well, he's hopefully still on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. He still does Twitch and YouTube, but he just doesn't do like the social media. But
good for him, honestly.
Which I get.
Yeah, I do get it.
Get it.
Oh, Julian. You also send me almost everything Garrett Watt posts, it seems. Because he's really funny.
Because he's pretty entertaining.
Really funny.
Yeah. This last video he did was a bit much. Even someone who loves Halloween, I would not be doing that. But, you know, it's fine.
It was very interesting.
He almost murdered himself.
On multiple occasions. He almost made a mess in Starbucks twice, Garrett. Twice.
Come on.
Honestly. At least he doesn't
still spooked by what you bought.
Hello? Oh my gosh.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it in the eye!
Okay, and everyone's like, well, what are you talking about?
Guinness's butthole.
Talking about
don't look at it in the eye.
I'm talking about the dune sandworms. The big butthole worms.
You hate them, right?
I do.
But
the first time it came up, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. This is what happens if you eat undercooked pork.
Giant
sand asshole worms.
With worms in them. Worms on worms on worms.
Ew. Okay. What a great segue.
Segue to the other show that's worms on worms on worms. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
More like Queens on Queens on Queens. Thank you very much. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I hope you know what that is, and if you don't, go ahead and pause. Go Google that real quick. Maybe
watch a
video clip.
Come back.
Okay, but we don't want them to be gone for like a whole day. Just like watch a brief overview, a trailer. Is there a trailer?
I don't know.
I'd love to hear that there's a trailer. Anyway, go watch it. Come back.
So if you didn't know, Rocky Horror Picture Show does a lot of midnight showings. Lots of them. Right,
since the 80s. For like
70s.
Oh, so the streak has only been going for like 26 years or something. They've been playing it in every single theater. Well, not every single theater, but in theaters across the United States, it's been constantly playing.
Around the world.
Around the world. For at least 26 years.
Yeah.
That's, something around.
Round up to 30.
Something like that. So somewhere in the world, you can always go see Rocky Horror in person. How freaking cool is that?
Isn't that fun?
Cult classic.
So we've all now celebrating the fact that the pandemic is kind of over, not really over, but like we're able to like do things again.
We figured some stuff out. So now we know how to navigate. We can navigate social situations again.
I think. Depending on who you are.
Yeah, either of us solo in that environment wasn't going to work, but together we made it work.
It
happened.
So we used to go to see Rocky Horror Picture Show with a shadow cast, which is when what's the word I'm looking for? A cast
acts it out on a stage in front of a screen onto which the movie is being projected. So art on art on art. It's gorgeous because you can either get lost watching the actors on stage in costume acting out, like really interpretive, like beautiful dance movements, which is super fun. Yes. And then you can watch the movie behind them.
Which is also just as fun.
It's just as fun, but the most fun is the audience.
Oh,
most
yes.
fun.
So not only is it played everywhere for the longest time.
Producer Guinness, we get it. Thank you. Thank you.
But
protecting the house.
It's also one of the biggest audience participation movies, which means you are encouraged to shout obscenities into the screen.
Yes. So, like, for every, like, major line in this movie, the whole crowd, like, chants back at them, like, a retort or something. Or when someone comes onto the screen, they'll call them, like, a name. Like, every time Brad comes on the screen, he's supposed to shout, asshole! It's a whole thing. But then there's also
There's
props.
other things, So there's props that they'll give you. Usually, they'll give you, you pay a little extra for them because you can't bring your own props in.
Right.
I think you used to, but you don't anymore.
I considered, like, trying to bring our own props, and I didn't even think that they wouldn't let us in. So I'm glad that I just waited and bought them. Yeah.
Had to wait.
Hella worth it.
Yeah. But,
so
like,
fun.
so then, like, you have these props that you need to bring out during certain scenes, right? So they give you, like, a fake newspaper for when she's walking in the rain holding her own newspaper.
There was a little light while she's singing light at the castle.
Frankenstein
Thank you.
place.
Frankenstein place. So you can, like, wave that back and forth. I liked the glove this year.
Yes, they added a glove. So you got a pink glove so you could be with Frankenfurter in his pink gloves.
Yeah, while they're revealing Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute. What else? There was party hats for the birthday scene.
For the birthday scene, they give you little clappers for when Rocky does arrive. Yes.
All the transvestites just sit there and clap.
Noise makers of some sort. They give you toilet paper for when Professor Scott rams himself through the wall and you just hear, "Great Scott!" It's up and back.
So the person who hosts this event also, I don't know where they fit in, who they are necessarily, but I know that they've been doing this at least for a few years.
He's with Amber Sweets.
Okay, so he's maybe a director or something. I don't even know that guy's name. I feel really bad.
Chris something.
Oh my goodness.
No.
But he's a really super entertaining MC, but he also, like, gives, like, some general guidelines, and he's like, if you're gonna throw anything at the screen, it's up and back. But, like, the whole crowd says it at the same time because everyone's been going every single year.
Yeah, and we know.
It's like a whole big group
except
of
for
weirdos.
this year, there was a massive amount of what we call virgins.
And there's a whole virgin ceremony at the beginning.
Which used to be... No, they always just chose 3 virgins.
No, I think they had a whole lot more.
Oh.
I remember people last time we went, because we didn't get to go in 2020 because of COVID. When we went in 2019... there was, like, people wall-to-wall, like, curtains on that stage.
Oh.
And what they do, so they make everybody stand up, and then you sit down when you get out. And so it's like, who's seen the movie 500 times, who's seen it 100 times, blah, 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 blah. So eventually we sit down, but then you have people who haven't seen it before. Everyone says, virgins, virgins. And then the MC will walk around and pick virgins to then come up on stage. And what do, Lisa?
It's a contest. They gotta give their best fake orgasm.
Isn't that incredible? And so we get to watch these people who are like, I don't even know where the fuck I am. This is my first time in this particular group of weirdos. There are men walking around in corsets and thongs. What's happening here?
What are we doing?
And they're asking me to get on stage and fake an orgasm into a microphone in front of a crowd of people, which they do most of the time.
Most of them they do.
It's so good. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Truly, like...
This time some guy just turned around and just went, "Milady."
Immediately.
Oh, yes.
Oh, get your fedora away from me. He was in a top hat, but...
He was a lot, to be honest.
It's fine. Anywho.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the beginning of the show, and then when the actual
usually at intermission they do a costume contest, but this year they did not do it.
Because of the Rona.
Because of the Rona. You know,
we both got compliments on our costumes, though. They were really good costumes. Like, follow one of us on social medias, because it's there.
One of the two.
Yes, and you were Magenta.
Magenta, and you were Columbia.
If you stopped in the middle and went and watched the movie and then just came back, then you'll know exactly who that is.
Yes, and if you don't, really quick, just go and Google and come back.
Second chance.
To
second verse.
Jump.
Same as the first.
Jump off and come back on.
At least go watch a trailer so you have some context.
Anything.
Anywho. Yeah, it was a boatload of fun. Didn't start until after 10 p.m. Didn't get done until after 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. And it was incredible this time, now that you're fiancé'd.
Yes.
He drove us both ways, so we didn't even have to pay for an Uber.
No,
that was like,
nice.
I got back and I was like, shit, we didn't even pay for an Uber.
No, because we normally would have. And I told him just to tell me if he was like feeling sleepy.
And you could go to bed.
So I literally texted him at like 12:30 because like it was the last number anyways.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, the movie's almost done. And he was all like, hey, you shouldn't be texting while watching a movie. And then he goes,
we're in the back row. So
Guinness and I are already on our way. And I was like, okay.
Okay, shit.
I was trying to give you an opportunity in case you didn't want to.
No, yeah, you gave him an out. But he's a good guy, so he's not going to...
He's not going to take the out.
No, he's a good boy.
He's not going to take it.
I approve. Yeah. He already passed the boyfriend application, but I also approve. So.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
I think this might have been the first time where I was nodding off near the end.
And isn't that funny because I was wide awake through the whole thing? Yeah. I'm notorious. I'm a sleepy girl by nature, and I have fallen asleep during every single Rocky Horror.
It's usually the second half because we can get you through the time warp, get you through the lab,
right?
And then they cut it like right at the lab, so you got to go up and like potty, go get more food, whatnot.
Right.
And it's usually when you sit back down. Sometimes we don't get up and we just keep.
I think
sitting.
that might be why, because I distinctly remember not getting up and getting snacks, and I was like, God, that would have kept me awake. And here it did, because they had popcorn and hot dogs and candies and sodas and all the things that you could ever want. So, very cute.
And then I was like, I didn't want to drink too much because my tights were really tight, and I was afraid.
Really hard to pee.
I was afraid that I'd be able to like get them down, but not get them back up. You know, like they were like they need to be thrown out because they're not the right size anymore.
Oh, it's so good.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I like take some sips, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta pee. No,
no.
I'm just gonna toss on half this soda because I'm not drinking it.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
It turned out to be dry thoughts.
Hi, would you like to come over here?
Producer Guinness has some thoughts.
Come
on, baby. Yeah. Just promise not to bite me. Come on over. Handsome boy.
Hi.
Handsome boy, have a sit down. Come here. Good job, buddy. Anyway, it was a fabulous time. It was nice to get out. I do wish that it hadn't started so late. Or that we had gone out for drinks before.
Yes.
But I ended up working, and so I couldn't go out for drinks before. But in a different universe, in a different timeline.
Yeah, well, that's also some of the years that we've had a difficult time staying awake because there was one year we did a whole pub crawl before we went.
We sure did. God, do you remember that? We used to be party animals.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
It would be a lot. And that one was like, it was a Harry Potter one, so we dressed up in like our Harry Potter outfit. And then had our Rocky Horror
like outfits ready to go so that we could like very swiftly change into
like go into the bathroom, change, and then or where did we change?
Did was that at
No, nobody had a car.
Was it the night that we went to my dad's Christmas party?
Oh,
could it have been that night? I just know for sure that we had a Harry Potter thing happening that night.
Yeah, not sure.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter, but we hit both of them. We did it.
Yeah.
We did. I feel like that was at the studio. I feel like we did the pub crawl, Ubered back, changed our clothes.
See, I don't remember going back anywhere. Like, I feel like we had our clothes with us.
In a backpack?
Yeah. In like a bag that we were carrying with us.
That very well could have been.
And then we just changed either in the bath. Well, I think we changed in the bathroom because
then we took a picture.
We
took that picture. Yes.
Picture right
okay.
Yeah.
Solved it. Who done it? We did. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, thanks for coming along with us.
Because we basically, if you think about it, Harry Potter, the student outfit is just a button-up white T-shirt or like button-up white shirt.
Right.
Black bottoms or plaid if you feel like doing that. And like a cape. And it's like, okay, we could literally just switch off a few things. And then we're transvestites.
So now we have two costumes. Well, you know what I mean.
If you watch the movie, you know what I mean.
I'm just a sweet transvestite. Don't worry about me. But yeah, we now have two costumes that are like complete. That's the most costumes I've had in my life for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than uniforms.
I still have a bunch of others, but
Yeah, but like things I've kept. Well, I have my Poison Ivy dress if we ever want to do that again. I think that's it though. I think my costumes are limited otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got many Halloweens to go, though.
I know. We sure do.
Many Halloweens.
I think that we should have a 6-month celebration around Easter. Like a solid 6-month like a half birthday.
Okay.
We should have a Halloween party then, so we can have an excuse to do double the costumes.
Okay.
I get it now, because all these years you've been the costume pusher, and I've been like, yeah, no, I guess so.
And then I literally send you, like, this is the bare minimum you have to do. And you're like, I could do bare minimum.
Yep.
Like,
can I wear jeans? Yeah, okay. Jeans and a t-shirt, even better. Like, that's my costume. I'm whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did 2 costumes this year. I did
the
Rocky Horror costume, which I, like, literally hot glued the felt stripes onto my shorts, and that was it. I just bought the rest of it. It was cute, though. It worked. It really worked. And then I also made a John Deere tractor for my work costume contest.
Yes, which was very cute.
Artsy craftsy this year.
Yeah, it's very artsy.
I could see us doing artsy craftsy in the future. Yes. I like it a lot. Now
sometimes you just need the brain space to be artsy and crafty.
And not hate my job. Start there, number 1. That's so stressed.
I was going to say, what, a year ago today, you were either just leaving Woodland Vet and starting with HLN or Circles.
Circles.com. Yes. Yeah, no, there was some time happening there.
Yeah.
I started, the first, I think I started Healthy Living. So, yeah. Good shit. Yeah, good shit. Sorry to drag y'all off.
No, fine.
I don't work there no more. It's okay. Yeah, no, it's a whole year ago. How about that?
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're less stressy, then you can focus on creative things.
Your brain's open up to do other things. Yeah.
A little sprinkle more.
Sprinkle
Yeah,
here.
I like it. Are you comfy, buddy?
Speaking about a year ago.
Spooky. Speaking.
Oh,
hello. Hello.
Last year around this time, I told you about a very special person in Sacramento history, which would be Dorothea Puente.
Oh, Dorothea!
Dorothea!
Oh, Dorothea! We saw her house. Oh, I took pictures of her little signs and things. The people who own it now. Great sense of humor.
Yes, they
very much buy into it.
Dorothea. So I thought it'd be appropriate in our anniversary episode.
That was a year.
That was a year ago.
That was the first episode?
Processed cheese toppings and Dorothea Puente. And the other serial killer that we don't talk about as much.
Okay, there you go.
The guy from Alaska.
Yeah, we obviously had a favorite.
Yeah.
It's Dorothea.
It's Dorothea.
She was kind of a bad bitch. So
her name's freaking Dorothea.
Are we revisiting Dorothea?
We're not revisiting Dorothea, but I'm going to take you back.
Take the fur
I'm going to give you more local true crime. Are you ready?
Shit.
I'm here to tell you about the Yuba City 5.
There's 5 of them. Number 1, you wouldn't catch me in Yuba City. Number 2,
all the things.
I'm expecting 5 of them to come after me. What is this, Arbuckle?
I'm close. And of course, that means my blue note
came
back.
Shit. Damn! That little
with my little notes. Bringing it back, y'all.
I'm ready to be regaled.
The Yuba City 5.
Shoot.
Have you heard of this?
I have not heard a single word.
So, long story short,
ready.
Long story short, 5 men disappeared.
I thought this was going to be like 5 killers. 5 men disappeared.
5 men.
Those 5 men probably pissed the one wrong guy off.
In February of 1978.
Okay. In Yuba City.
In the Yuba of cities.
Yuba City.
Let's get into it. So,
action. Oh, goodness, didn't like that, I don't think.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
First thing you need to know.
Tell me.
These boys are technically men, okay?
Men.
They're in their 20s and early 30s. Okay?
Dangerous age to be men.
But it should be noted, I was reading the original article from 1978, and I'm not going to use the word that they used. But 3 of them the 3 of them are on the spectrum of some sort, diagnosed as, they use the R word, but I don't.
Oh, no.
But obviously we know that it could be anything, so.
It could be lots of things.
Yes.
Okay. So presumably folks on the spectrum. Got it.
One of them was never diagnosed, but he was just considered slow.
Sure.
And then we have one guy who, how do I want to say this? He was in the army, and something happened in Germany where he had drug problems, so now he's schizophrenic.
Okay. Yeah.
So
offset
they all
those
met.
brain chemicals.
They all met at a rehabilitation center,
Love
and they all
that.
became friends.
Bros.
Best
buddies. Dudes. My boys.
The dudes.
Babe, I'm going out with the boys.
The boys.
The boys.
Ferda boys.
Ferda.
Like, should I introduce the boys first or get into the storyline?
Introduce the boys.
Okay.
Tell me about them.
I also have a picture of said boys.
Damn. Okay.
And like I said, they're men. They're men. But they're...
Can I see the men?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What's the first name you got there?
Jack Madruga.
Yes. Okay, Matt Madruga was an Army veteran as well. And I just put down here that, because I read it, he was also a former busboy. He was laid off a few months before they went missing.
That's suspicious.
Yes.
Jack.
Jack.
There he is, right there.
One of them, it looks like he's one of the boys considered to be slow. That's how I'm going to put it.
Sure.
On the spectrum.
Yep. These are some cute boys, I tell you what. Look at these mugs.
Look at them.
Those
Missing.
boys.
Go and find them.
Boys, that's a shame. Gee dang. Okay.
Who's next?
Bill Sterling.
Okay, Mr. William Sterling. Considered Jack's special friend is how they put that.
Cute.
So I don't think it's of any homosexual nature of any sort. I think it's more or less like he's special. Like
okay.
And basically just said that he's Jack's special friend, and he read literature to patients in mental hospitals, hoping to lead them to Christ. So
he's a little missionary.
He was doing the Lord's work.
Boots on the ground, the Lord's work. Okay, sweet. And then look at this next boy. I think he has light-colored eyes.
Ooh.
That is Jack Hewitt.
Ooh, okay.
Look at this.
Jackie Hewitt!
Look at him. Green eyes?
Maybe.
Green.
They did have full descriptions on one of the articles. I just didn't feel like writing.
Oh no, I'll be stalking these boys.
He is the youngest of the 5 at 24.
Baby.
He was closest to one of the other guys, and Ted. Not that Ted. And also I wrote slow. So like basically one article just saying they were just a little slow, a little slow. One said the R word. Wow. But they all were like at our rehab center for mental health reasons.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next boy.
He was. Nope. Oh, you're correct. Go ahead.
Okay. Next boy, Theodore Wire.
Oh yes, Teddy boy. He is the oldest at 32. Oh. He was a former janitor, and also put
this guy
slow.
Just. Okay.
Because I was trying to figure out, like, how do all these guys figure out, and then it's not until in the middle of the article, like,
this is how. Okay.
Maybe stop calling him slow. But again, it was 1978, one of the articles I was literally reading.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
In the newspaper from, hello, 1978. Thank you, buddy.
We're getting comfy here today, folks.
Our last friend, we're under blankets, like, get wrecked. Last guy, Gary Mathias.
Gary Mathias.
This guy over here. Oh.
He helped out with his dad's gardening business. He is the Army vet that has been diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Come on down. You're the next contestant.
It just said drug problems in Germany. So he was in Germany for some time and maybe gave himself drug problems or...
got some drugs, had some problems.
And then it messed with his head and now he's schizophrenic.
It's like, okay, well, to each their own. Adds to life experience.
To each their own.
So tell me about the boys.
Ferda. Okay. Well, like I said, they all met at this rehab center, and they have a love for basketball. Love basketball. Huh. So, These boys all live in the vicinity of Yuba City and Marysville. Kind of in that area.
We're familiar with that area.
Familiar with the area. So, February 24th, 1978.
I wasn't here yet. Neither were you.
The boys. Went to a basketball game at Chico State.
Tomorrow. Hashtag Jenna Marbles.
Mama.
Chico State?
Chico State, yes.
My mom wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Didn't. Continue.
I mean, the reputation holds up, so party city.
Party school.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it also said that they had plans to play in a tournament for the rehab center where they could have won like a week of vacation or something like that.
Yeah.
So they had plans is the thing you need to hear here. Okay.
They've been practicing, they've been stretching.
Yes.
Practicing their free throws.
Correct.
Got it.
So the boys went from Yuba City, Marysville up to Chico.
Sure. I don't even think that's that long of a drive.
No, not for them.
No.
No, it's just a little hop, skipping away.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
So 2 hours before midnight, this is what I have written down. So basically, the game is over, right? Their team wins. Woo! Whoop whoop! Go boys! The boys are on their way back down.
The boys are on fire. Okay?
Only 2 of them can drive. I don't remember which 2. Probably the schizophrenic and the janitor.
Yeah, the 2 oldest men in the group, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe the other army vet. Maybe both army vets are the ones who can drive.
Maybe.
Should have written that one down.
Oh.
But, okay, so they left Chico State and they stopped at Briar's Market.
Cool.
Which is a couple blocks down for snacks and refreshments.
Oh,
literally had it itemized. Like, one person had a marathon and one person had a hostess and a couple of Pepsis. I'm like, this is detailed.
What did the boys get? I have to know their snack pattern.
And that's the last.
That's the last anybody saw?
Technically, until we hear from a Joseph Schoen.
He wasn't on the list?
Joseph Schoen. No, he's not on the list. Joseph Schoen, man from Sacramento.
Sacramento, man.
This is the 70s, so they don't have smartphones. They don't really have home computers
This
yet.
is why, very quickly to interject, this is why serial killers aren't a thing anymore, and why I feel like people very rarely just like poof go missing, because now we have cameras, we have smartphones, we have video surveillance across the city.
It's a lot harder to go missing.
It's a lot harder to go missing.
Yes.
Because this is just like word of mouth from that shop owner. Like, yeah, I saw those guys in here. I guess it was around like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's all you have to go off. That's it.
That's it.
There's no cameras.
No cameras.
There's no location.
But on that note, Joseph Schoen, basically, he has a cabin somewhere up in the Plumas National Forest, right?
Pretty.
He's got a cabin up there, but he doesn't know what the road conditions are because no one's reporting it. And again, we don't have the internet to tell me. February.
So
he actually
probably snowy.
He drives up. So he's driving up to where his cabin is. The road conditions are not great. The snowdrift is kind of making it hard for him to drive to the point where he has to try to push his car out of the snow to get it unstuck. Has a minor heart attack. There is a point to this story. Please hold on.
Fuck.
Hold on tight.
My guy.
Okay?
Which guy?
He's not on there. This is a totally different guy.
Totally different guy. Right.
Totally different guy. Joseph Schoen from Sacramento.
Okay, Mr. Sacramento man.
So he's like, I know I just had like a heart attack of some sort. He's lying low. He has car running, Just hoping someone's going to find him, right? So at some point during that night while he's laying down trying to recover, he says that he saw headlights from 2 cars, possibly one a pickup truck.
Okay.
And when he saw that, he decided to get out of the car and yell for help, right?
Sure.
Obviously.
I hope someone helped him.
Said that he saw a group of men, a woman, and a baby.
Ugh.
And when he yelled, no one responded and the lights got killed. So, the headlights just went off and they, walked away, ignored him.
They parked and were walking, or they're, driving away from him?
He doesn't know.
They ignore the fuck out of him.
He just knows there was headlights and then the headlights cut off.
And a woman.
So my guess is yes, the cars
and
were
a
parked.
baby.
And a woman and a baby.
Who's the woman? Who's the baby?
Great.
Is there
kid.
a missing woman? I have so many questions.
We have so many questions.
So many questions.
So they just ignore him or whatever. He's like, fine, I'll get back in my car.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Yeah, hours later, he says, like, he saw flashlights again, like, in the distance. So he got out again to yell for help and got no response.
Did he consider if he was dead?
I don't think he had.
That's one of the scariest stories to tell in the dark. That's one of the stories from that book.
And they don't realize they're dead?
Yeah, he's like walking through, he like wakes up on a park bench, and he's like, shit, did I pass out? And he's like walking through the town, and everyone's like walking right through him, like right past him. Turns out he's dead. And the mortuary person has to tell him, like, yeah, dude, you're dead. Get back in the friggin' cemetery.
All I'm hearing is M. Night Shyamalan is
Shyamalama Ding Dong. Yeah, he just copycatted scary stories to tell in the dark. And honestly,
that what are we doing here?
We're not defaming you. Don't sue us.
But come on. Do you not see the similarities here? Who came first?
Come on. Yeah.
Who came first is the question, I guess.
If you're a gentleman, she did.
Correct.
Next.
So this whole time his car's been running. So eventually his car runs out of gas.
Oh my God.
Of course it's cold. So
it's snowing.
It's cold outside. He needs the heat, right? So he runs out of gas and he decides that he feels well enough that he's going to go walk for help. Okay.
I just had a heart attack. Let me go take a hike in the snow.
He walks roughly 8 miles to the Mountain House Lodge.
That's a...
But it was during this walk when he walked by where he thought he heard their voices, and he found a 1969 Mercury Montego, which happens to be a car from one of those boys. I believe it is Madruga's car.
Oh, Madruga. Ooh. Oh, then he can drive. You go, Madruga. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yes. So basically, this guy, he gets to the mountain house, he calls in.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a heart problem. I need to be seen.
First, please take me to the hospital.
At this point, nobody knows those men are missing, right? So he has no reason to say anything about the car yet.
Right.
So, following day, February 25th, the families have all noticed that the boys did not come home. Because these are all men with mental health issues, so they do live at home.
Mm-hmm. To be monitored.
Sure,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super obvious that they weren't there.
Yes.
So these men, they just wander off into the forest. They're just one of the ones that were, like, you know how in, like, the Appalachia TikToks, how, like, the forest, the forest and the trees and the mountains, they'll just
gobble you up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's the word I'm looking for?
Engulf you?
Engulf.
Yeah. No?
It's this motion. We'll take engulf.
Okay.
We'll stick with that one.
That's the best thing I can come up right now.
Yeah, no. If I remember it, I'll just shout it. Okay. I'll just...
Okay, got it. I know what
Envelop.
you're saying. Envelop. Oh, what a word. Envelop you.
Anyway.
Those Appalachias.
Anyway, I think the forest, especially with conditions like that, because like the wolves and all the animals and shit could pick you to pieces by the time the snow melted.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Foreshadowing. So February 25th, families like, boys didn't come home, doing missing persons.
Where
right?
are the boys? Are they
Where are the boys?
Are they in the clear? What's happening?
What happened to them? So by February 28th, the police are like, okay, they should have been home by now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's take this a little
Red
more
flag.
seriously. 48 hours.
Red
We've
flag.
heard it. It's fine. So this is when, so not only has it been, they did the missing persons report, but it's also been on the news. So of course this means that Joseph Schoen had decided to tell them about the car that he found.
He's like, oh, by the way, these fuckers ignored me. I guess I'll tell you that their car is here.
Yeah. So the police find the abandoned car. Obviously, when they looked in the car, all the snacks had been eaten, except for like one was like half eaten, or whatever. All the drinks, right, all gone. There was about a quarter tank of gas left in there. It looked like there was absolutely no damage to it, but it may have spun out because it was rough road to begin with, and then also snowy.
Also snowy. Like,
also
what a nightmare.
Snowy. But these happen to be some awfully large men. They were all at least 5'9" and above.
Okay. Some large boys. No small boys
like,
there.
not only just large boys, but large boys, you know? Like, they...
Oh, those Yuba City men.
Yuba City men.
They're made from good stock.
Yes.
Yes.
Strong
breeding.
So they could have easily just pulled the car out of the snow.
Right.
But that's not what happened, obviously.
Yes.
So they're like, they're kind of like, at this point, they're like, I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So one thing to note is that the car is about 70 miles away from Chico, in the opposite direction of home.
Where are they going?
So basically, I'll show you in
I
have a map.
Oh boy. It's been on the wrong freeway? Because that's happened to me a few times.
It could have been, that is a theory.
I-5 North versus I-5 South?
It's possible that they took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, you know? It's possible, everybody. Thank you. I will see myself out.
Good night. Okay, you're done.
So basically, they took a wrong turn somewhere, and they're not in Yuba City or anything. They're like north of Oroville. So, like, they went the wrong way.
Totally wrong direction. Yeah, we're not in Yuba City anymore, Toto.
No. So, of course, the police are like, let's start a search party or whatever. But
What party?
It's February.
It's snowing.
So, it's a rough mountain road that no one really takes, apparently. And then on top of that, it's very snowy, so they have to stop the search until the snow melts.
Right, because otherwise they're going to cause some problems. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And isn't that incredible that we're still, like, limited by Mother Nature?
Yes.
Mother Nature's like, oh, you think you want to exist here? No.
You cannot.
Like, that blows my mind.
This is February, right?
Yeah.
June 4th.
Cool.
June
4th. What's 4 months?
Yeah, what's 4 months? A group of motorcyclists found a Forest Service trailer that had been broken into, and there was quite the stench coming from it.
Maybe like dead bodies. Okay, so you said it was a trailer? What did they call
a Forest Service trailer. So we're like, I think...
So the boys broke into it to try to survive, and then they all died.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have any insulation, probably no propane, no heat.
This is where we find Ted. Theodore, if you prefer. Theodore was found lying in the bed, frozen and starved to death.
Oh, wow.
Literally, when we say starved to death, he lost 80 to 100 pounds before dying.
Ew.
And there was like a beard and everything, so he had been there.
He survived the longest. Good job, Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Holy smokes.
Can you imagine? So this trailer is about 19.4 miles away from where the car was.
That guy hiked 20 miles to get to this trailer so he could die in this trailer?
What they found in this trailer is that they found some MREs to eat.
Good for him.
That had to be opened with an army can opener. So obviously we think the other two were also with him that were army people.
Okay.
Because they would be the ones to know how to use that.
Sure.
I don't know what can opener means, but that's what was said.
Shout out to the army folks. If you know what that is, please let us know.
But the interesting thing is that they saw that no one tried to make a fire at all, even though there was matches around and tinder, basically, because there was paperback books and whatnot. Yes. And there was also propane gas out there, so they could have turned on the gas for heat, but nobody did that.
And none of these men are dumb. They've all if you've been through the Army, you probably know a thing how to hook up a propane canister thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they also missed that there was a whole locker full of food that could have lasted for a year.
What in the fuck?
What in the fuck?
Hey, big WTF.
Hello? What is going on here? So of course, since they found this body, they're like, the others need to be nearby, right?
Dun dun! Right?
Right?
Something tells me they're not nearby.
So the next day, they find the remains of Jack and Bill. William Sterling, Bill Sterling, and Jack Madruga.
Yes.
Sorry, Madruga.
Oh, they were the special friends.
Yes.
The two of them. 2 peas in a pod, those boys.
So they found their remains on the opposite side of the road of the trailer and about 11.4 miles away from the car.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Madruga was partially eaten by animals because obviously I think he probably died and then animals got snacky.
As the best of us do.
And he got dragged about dragged about 10 feet to like a stream. So obviously animals.
Wow.
And he was like, the only thing they said that he was laying up, so he was face up, and he was like holding a watch in his hand. But I think it was his watch.
Yeah. How interesting that as he's dying, he's going to have his watch in his hand.
Yes.
Like watching time pass, trying to figure out the time he died. Like what's...
I don't know.
Focusing. Like something to get his mind off of the fact that he's dying. He's counting seconds.
Maybe. Maybe he thought he was getting robbed.
I think the raccoons were like, put your fucking hands up!
I don't know, but there's another human out there.
Maybe.
There's still a woman and baby that's unaccounted for.
Yeah, who the woman and baby?
Unaccounted
Where?
for.
Okay.
Mr. William Sterling, unfortunately, though, was scattered. So he was only bones by the time they found him, and his body was pretty much scattered like in a 50-foot radius.
Gross. Animals are gross.
Animals are gross. You learned to hear first. But okay, so it took him a couple of more days, but off that same road, but a little bit closer to the trailer, is when we find Jack Hewitt. It was actually his... This is the sad part, so everyone just find it in.
No.
It was Jack's dad who found a backbone.
Gross.
And then the next day, the sheriff assistant had found the skull, and obviously dental records made it match Jackie Hewitt. Red.
That's really sad.
But
his dad was out there searching. God.
But here's the real kicker.
Who's the woman? Who's the baby?
Gary was never found.
Da-da!
Gary's body was never found.
Did he just kill everybody and skip town? No, because the car was there. Unless he hitchhiked.
What happened to Gary?
Whoa, what happened
to Gary? Who is
the
woman and the baby?
Who the woman, who the baby? What if it was another man carrying a backpack or something? Not a baby.
It could have been.
Because eyewitness reports are eyewitness.
Yes, and he said he could have been hallucinating it.
Because he had a heart attack and was freezing to death on the side of the road, so
he didn't know what
eyewitness accounts are...
Yeah, so wasn't really sure what he saw, and that's what he thinks he saw, but maybe it was a man in a backpack.
But if the whole search party was scouring the area, if Gary had died, he'd be out there somewhere, and someone would have found him. Someone would have stumbled upon.
Yes. Well, and then, so there's been a few theories, right? Because apparently Gary had some friends in Forbstown, which is not far from that area. But everyone there said they hadn't seen him in like a year.
Okay.
And then there was another random eyewitness that was a woman who said that she saw 3 men get out of a red pickup truck. And one of them Yes. One of them used the phone. And that's all she said.
Okay.
She, the woman, and the baby. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But that's really it. So, 4 boys found dead. 1, we'll never know.
4 boys found dead.
And then everything's just a little off. Like, why wouldn't they, once they got to the trailer, why wouldn't they look for all the food? Or why wouldn't they try to start a fire? And so, like, of course, families over here speculating. Like, they must have been afraid.
See, the 4th person has to be another man with a backpack or something. Because if all 4 of them were found dead, it's not 3 men and a woman. It's 4 men in a backpack.
Well, like he said, he saw a group of men. A woman and men.
Oh,
and there's at least 5 of them.
At least. So what the fuck was Gary doing? Where the fuck did Gary go?
So, and then, yes, there's the other theory that maybe Gary had snapped. Because when Gary wasn't taking his schizophrenic pills on a regular basis, he would, was it the word they used? Was snap? Or he would rage out or something like that, and he had like 2 accounts of like assault on his record. Wow. So, and at this point, he didn't take his meds with him because he was just going to a basketball game.
So they were going the wrong direction, but maybe they... I feel like all these men in the army would also know if it's getting to be nighttime, which direction was north, and if they were heading, in fact, towards home.
Yes.
Like, you know that the freeway feels weird. You're like, I'm going the wrong direction. The opposite direction.
Yeah.
You can feel it in your bones, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like
so
these men would know better.
First of all, we don't know why they didn't try to get the car to go back.
Yeah.
Like, why did they get out and start
go
walking?
anywhere? Why?
But you don't know why.
Did they maybe think that his cabin was right there and they just like misjudged? And because remember that was the guy looking for his cabin.
Yes.
So they had no real reason even to be out there.
No reason to be out there whatsoever.
Oh. Unless they all just decided to like blow their shit, but they should have prepared.
Should have prepared. You should have brought your schizophrenic pills, my dude. So basically, and then the other theory is that they were alive when they were originally looking for him, but then, like, because they're trying to get the snowcats through or whatever. Right. So then, when they saw that path, they found the trailer, and then tried to keep it there. Mm-hmm. But it should also be noted that Mr. Ted,
ready to note,
Mr. Ted in the bed.
Yes. With a beard.
Yes.
Emaciated.
Mm-hmm. He didn't have any shoes on.
No shoes.
So his feet were badly frostbitten. Yes. But Gary's shoes were found. So they think Gary...
Motherfucking Gary?
They think Gary took Ted's shoes.
What the fuck?
Because Ted had bigger feet, and of course Gary's feet had probably also gotten frostbitten.
Oh my god.
And then when they get frostbitten, they swell up.
Oh.
So you need the bigger shoes.
Oh shit.
But does that mean that Ted was already dead?
Or are you going to kill a man for his shoes?
Are you going to kill a man for his shoes, Gary?
I wonder. I would love to see like the coroner's notes for how the bodies were when they got them back. Like, was there blunt force trauma? Yeah. Were there wounds? Was like there's a strangulation? Because I wouldn't run it past Gary to kill somebody.
You would not.
Well, all 3 of them.
And in the cabin, they found Teddy. Man, no, that's not what I meant.
Teddy.
They found Ted's wallet, a gold ring that he had, and then a watch that didn't belong to any of the 5. But they're like, well, this used to be like where rangers would come, so it could be
one of the rangers' watches.
Yeah, that got left behind.
Very interesting.
So there's lots of speculation.
Lots.
The families.
But still,
the families have their own theories. Like maybe the boys heard something or witnessed something at the basketball game, where they got chased.
Oh fuck.
And,
fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe they saw Bigfoot. Like and they were going to chase Bigfoot.
Basically, the family was like something forced them to go that route. But what was it? But nobody knows.
That's Oogie.
It's Oogie.
That's Oogie. Something forced them. Someone chased them. Like, again, if you're being chased also.
Yeah.
Why pull over and go into the woods like your car is still there? They're still going to chase you.
It's still going to chase you.
Oh, wow. Well, that's uncomfy. What a story.
Well, and my other piece of paper here is I thought I'd give you a nice...
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Crinkle, crinkle.
A nice little map.
Hashtag Rad Radio. I can't steal that joke.
You can't see it.
Rob Williams will sue me.
Here's a map.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Yuba's on here. So Yuba City's like down here.
Uh-huh.
There's Chico.
Uh-huh.
This is roughly where they were found.
What the fuck?
So they're
completely in the opposite direction.
Here.
Chico is here.
Came down. It's like they literally took a wrong turn at Oroville and they went up instead.
So Chico's here, Yuba City's here, and they were supposed to go up this way, but they in fact landed over here.
Yes.
In their spaceship. That's how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And that's way into the woods.
Yes. So that's where their car was somewhere found there, which means they were all found 20 miles even north of there. I think it was Buck Lake Road or something.
Rogers Cow Camp.
Yeah,
you could go camp there.
Technically.
Dun dun!
We're going to find you, Gary.
I would like to go in the summertime.
Gary's actually just the park ranger that's been there the whole time.
He's just trying
I go by Jerry now.
Just trying to drum up some business for the parks.
I love it has 5 stars with 1 review. I looked at what I think I threw it out by the root. The review just said, burned out. I don't know what that means. Burned out, yeah. This is also where Paradise is near.
I was gonna say, yeah, it is burned out. It's probably
It was mentioned.
Burned down.
But they obviously didn't take the Paradise route, but...
Maybe we don't want to camp there in the summer. Actually, you know what? Like May and June is like the opposite of fire season.
Fire season
Let's
starts.
go camping. You guys want that vlog? Let us know in the comments. We'll plan a trip. Like,
we're gonna find you, Gary.
Away. Oh my god.
Except for, I don't really want to find a man who hasn't been taking his schizophrenic pills.
Well, if that was in 1978, and he was 30-some at the time.
20, 30-some, yeah.
So he's in his 70s. I can't do math. The 70s were 50 years.
Yeah, he's in his 70s.
Yeah, so he's harmless. I could take him, guaranteed.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. We can find him. Gary, we're coming to get you. You can hear the banjos playing in the distance. We're coming to get you.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
It was random because it showed up on my Facebook whatever happened to the Yuba City 5, and I was like, who the fuck is the Yuba City 5?
And now I have to know.
And now
what happened to him?
I do need to know. There's apparently a great documentary out there for it.
I would love to watch that.
On the YouTubes.
The YouTubes. Maybe we'll watch that when we're done.
Maybe.
Look it up yourselves. Wow.
So I wanted to take you back to some local lore.
I really, really like the local lore.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had more time, originally I was going to do this and the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, shit.
But we don't have
No, the Zodiac Killer does deserve his own episode.
It deserves.
And I need to be much more well educated on the Zodiac Killer, so I'll watch a documentary before so we can talk.
Don't watch the film The Zodiac Killer because it's kind of
it's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood.
It's dramatized.
Yes.
Yes.
Although some reels, but not really.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something.
Yes.
Anywho, that was really super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit more connected to the land.
Yes, when you can actually see where it was.
Like Donner Lake. Oh my god, this is where
Oh my gosh, that's where they ate each other.
They should have turned around when they got here.
They should have turned
around.
You didn't have to try to go through the Sierras in the winter time.
No, actually it's
It's a mountain range. What'd y'all think?
I don't know what they were thinking particularly.
They were just like, you gotta get through it. Like, no, you can't just go through it.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Wow.
What do we do? We swim. Oh, you just manhandle him like that.
It's fine, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our anniversary episode and the Yuba City 5.
Happy anniversary.
Remember them well.
Oh, hashtag never forget.
Okay, well, that's for 9/11. We can't use that.
We will get trademarked.
We will get canceled.
Maybe
although
canceled,
we haven't been canceled
trademarked.
yet, and we have made Hitler jokes. So. Although I was told we couldn't make any more Hitler jokes, but someone else made a Hitler joke. No, someone made a Bin Laden joke, and I was like, can we do that instead?
No. Family Guy damn near got canceled for that, Lisa. Remember that whole fiasco?
They're just dictators. What are they going to do now?
Potato penises?
They're dead.
Dictator.
A dictator.
A dictator. Anywho, on that note, catch us on the YouTubes, Pure Chatter Podcast, Instagram at Pure Chatter Podcast.
That's it. Well, technically you can follow us on Twitter, but
we're not doing anything on Twitter.
We don't know.
Lisa posts good stuff on the gram. Follow us on the gram.
Follow us on
the gram, at least. The Grim.
The Grim.
Instagram.
Yes. So we'll see. This should go up. I was trying to think, was the video going to go up? I always try to get the video. The whole caboodle's going to go up. Yeah.
Throw it up on that YouTube. Let us know what you think.
Let us know if you'd like to know any other local lore in your town or mine. It's fine.
Our town is undisclosed. You can't find
I just came back from Florida with the whole Gabby Petito thing happening, so...
Okay, so there's some stuff to dig into, is what you're saying.
There's some things happening there.
We do need to catch up on Gabby Petito episodes since we addressed her the first time.
Yeah, we did address it, but now there's other things that happened, like Brian died.
Dun dun! Spoiler alert.
But no one knows what's in that notebook.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Not even that article that I read through twice, and I was like, where? We don't know. We don't know anything about it.
They just wanted to mention the notebook.
They just wanted to tease it.
They wanted to mention the notebook
it
and
wasn't
that
there.
Gabby's dad is not going to read it. And I was like, you know what?
Well, how about you tell us what it says?
You don't have to
We
read
won't
it.
tell him. But I need to know.
I do need to know.
No.
Did he confess in his notebook? I need to know.
Doubt it. I doubt it.
Guinness, what do you think?
Bitch ass Brian. Oh, his little head. Oh, hello.
You're kind of husband, kind of not.
A little bit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.